Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Charles Sebastian. I want to welcome you guys to another episode of the DREAMERSPRO show. We cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment. And we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And today we have a very, very serious show in store for you guys. Before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and sub to the channel. So, LeBron has been losing his damn mind on Twitter over the past 24 to 48 hours. He's been hollering and screaming and basically responding to everybody, whether it's Brian Scalabrine, saying that he basically destroys the reputations of his teammate. He jumped on Twitter, responded to that. Then he jumped on Twitter to also respond to a report by Ramona Shelburne of ESPN, basically saying that LeBron also admired what the Lakers did with Kobe Bryant, and that's one of the reasons that he went there. And LeBron quickly took to Twitter where he basically shot down those claims. And in the midst of all of this, I've been hearing various creators and people send me messages on Instagram like, yo, LeBron got all of this energy. He can respond to Ramona Shelburne. He can respond to Brian Scalabrine. But why didn't he, or why hasn't he responded to Chael Sonnen yet? Now, for those of you who don't know, Chael Sonnen is a former, I believe, MMA fighter, and he also works at ESPN. And he was one of the people that went out there and made a pretty damaging claim against LeBron James that basically LeBron is using PEDs. All right? He said it. And Chael Sonnen has been saying this on multiple occasions. He said it on multiple shows. He even said it on the PBD podcast, doubling down on it, saying that he knows LeBron uses something and they share the same guy in terms of the person that he gets all of those PEDs. This is Chael Sonnen, right? So what we would like to do, for those of you who didn't hear him talking about this on multiple occasions and doubling down on multiple occasions, we want to play a quick compilation of Chael Sonnen making this damaging claim against LeBron James over the last few years. But before we get into what he had to say, today's video is brought to you by our sponsor, Game Time. With only 4 months left until the end of the year, I look forward to creating special moments with family and friends by attending various theaters, shows, plays, and sporting events. And when it comes time for me to look for tickets, I absolutely love to use Game Time. Game Time is one of the most reliable marketplaces for last-minute tickets to the most popular events in sports, music, and theater in more than 60 cities across the United States and Canada. Game Time saves me money, time, and peace of mind, so I don't have to sort through thousands of tickets looking for the best prices or worry about whether or not if they're authentic or whether if I'm going to receive them on time. Game Time Picks, one of my favorite Game Time tools, analyzes thousands of tickets for all of your favorite events near your location and finds you the best possible deal so you don't have to. For example, I'm looking forward to this upcoming concert at Madison Square Garden of one of my favorite composers, Hans Zimmer. Here I can select the all-in price to see the total ticket price up front, no hidden fees. And now I can sort through the best possible deals I can find. I can choose the cheapest deals, the great deal, or the amazing deal. Once you select the ticket you want, you can use their panoramic seat view to ensure you know exactly what you're getting before you buy. And if you're like me and always make plans at the last minute, you can grab tickets up to 90 minutes after the event has started. So take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the app, create an account, and use code CLNS for $20 off your first purchase. Again, create an account and use redeem code CLNS for $20 off. And remember, whenever you support this sponsor, you're supporting this channel. Thank you. So what we want to do now is want to play exactly what Chael Sonnen had to say here, and then want to come back and continue on. Take a listen to him here.
Yeah, bigger, stronger, faster in that order. But they got some performance enhancers. Like, if the world understood what LeBron did, like other basketball players will hear what LeBron does and go, well, yeah, but that doesn't matter, right? It's like a baseball player and you're hitting a stick out of the way. It doesn't matter. It's like, no. If you knew what these performance enhancers did, then you would know why it does matter.
What do you think he's doing?
There's only one. We have the same drug guy, if you will. I know exactly what he's doing. But there's only one golfer.
Please tell.
There's only one golfer. I'm not going to. But there's only one golfer that follows the big three. And the big three is EPO, growth hormone, testosterone. That's the Lance Armstrong diet. There's one golfer, but it's Tiger Woods. Like, yes, it does matter. People will say it all the time. It doesn't matter. John Daly won it. It's like, it matters. Trust me that it matters. EPO matters. It's the reason LeBron takes it. It matters. And if other basketballers understood what it did, EPO increases your red blood cells. which gives you endurance so you can play all game long. You can shoot in the fourth
More
quarter
red blood
just like
cells,
you
more
shot in the
oxygen
fourth
in your
minute.
red blood cells. Okay, got you.
It's the king of performance enhancers.
When I was a sophomore in high school, and Suzanne Summers wrote a book that was separated by like 3 months, and they both told the truth. Sylvester Stallone said, hey, there's something out there called human growth hormone. In other countries, it sits on the shelves. I several times have driven across the border into Mexico. I just walked in the pharmacy and grabbed it. Here in America, you can't get it come hook or crook, and that will be different. In 30 years, when people finally realize, to what I've already realized, you will be able to get it. This was just a claim he made. I mean, I'm just going back all this time, and I remember him saying it. It was a very honorable thing that Stallone did, and he wants to go out and put out pictures and videos and show himself lifting weights. That's very honorable, because he's telling us what he's doing. And if that inspires you or something you'd like to do, you can now follow his recipe and have a reasonable expectation that you get somewhere to those same gains. I think there's an honor in that. And when I brought up to Andrew Schultz about the EPO and LeBron James, I just bring that to you. I'm not putting down LeBron. There's 10 guys that do it. Like, that has separated itself. I mean, I only know one golfer that's on the diet. And I'm talking about the big three. I'm talking about booster test, IGF-1, which means growth hormone, EPO. I only know one golfer. Of all of golf, I only know ever in the history of golf, all the way back to, remember the Lee Trevino, the great? I only know one golfer, but they call him Tiger, because this stuff works. And it also is legal. The three that I just said are legal. It's the John Cena approach. Tell people I've never taken anything. Well, he says that because he's never taken anything illegal. He just happens to know a secret that so many others don't, which is you can get prescribed these medications. And I was just speaking to the power of the medication. I'll leave you with one final thought.
And I've seen you on Jim Rome, and you're like, LeBron, he's a bitch.
Yes.
LeBron's a dork.
He is
You call okay?
Yes.
What's your beef with LeBron?
There was a guy that turned out to be a very nice guy, but he was like getting this credit for being a badass. Ray Lewis.
Yeah,
That's
Ray Lewis.
who it was.
Well, Ravens. He's
Yes.
a Hall of Fame linebacker.
Well, and then I ended up meeting him. He was a very nice guy.
Yeah.
But yes, at the time I was building some fight, and I called him.
Why did you call LeBron a dork, though?
Well, what did LeBron do? LeBron had done something to me. And he was coming to UFC fights, and he wasn't doing autographs, and it was just one of these things that rubbed me the wrong way. And he and I have one thing in common. We use the same drug dealer to buy our EPO. And I don't see anything wrong with that. Like, there's performance-enhancing drugs, and they'll come out and try to tell you those are bad things. Performance and enhancing are good terms. You can pin that on me all you want. If there's something out there that can make you better, I'm not going to lie about it like a lot of other people are. And it was a big deal. It's like LeBron. To explain where you got to understand, I grew up through the Hulk Hogan era. Like, I mean, I'm taking my vitamins and I'm doing my push-ups every night and I'm flexing in the mirror for 10 years and I can't put on any muscle. It's like, Hulk, why didn't you say you were taking anabolic steroids? Like, I did the prayers, I did I would have done the steroids.
Yeah.
Why didn't you include that?
Well, because he would give speeches like,
10 years.
you guys, take your vitamins, kids. Yeah. So, is there validity to your story with the same drug dealer? Is that actually accurate? Straight up.
Specific, yeah, but it's a wonderful drug. See, this is what, but
guys, it's good.
It's a legal medicine. That's one of the things. It's a legal now. You can ban it in sports, and there's different rules. But I'm sharing with you, like, this is what Lance Armstrong did.
So you heard what Chael Sonnen had to say. Do you know, as of recent, NBA top 75 legend came out and said, while speaking to Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett said, LeBron James on that new Balco. That's what KG said. He on that new Balco juice. And we did a story about that. I heard nothing from LeBron on Twitter from that. So you have Chael Sonnen making all these allegations about you. You don't say anything to Chael Sonnen. But nevertheless, you have the energy to subliminally respond to Kwame Brown, respond to Brian Scalabrine, and respond to Ramona Shelburne. But when it comes time to responding to something as serious and as damaging as that, we can't find you. Where are all the tweets? Where are all the tweets? We cannot find you. And as I mentioned earlier, Chael Sonnen was, Chael Sonnen, ESPN. I know he works at ESPN. I wonder if he still works at ESPN. Based on my knowledge, He still works at ESPN. I've not heard him. Let me see. ESPN fired. I don't believe he's been fired. Chael Sonnen has not been fired by ESPN. I believe he still works with ESPN, which is the LeBron James network, which then makes one begin to ponder the following question. Given the fact that ESPN is the LeBron James network, and Chael Sonnen said this, why hasn't ESPN let go of Chael Sonnen? Do you think that if they let go of him, that there's a risk that Chael Sonnen could sue ESPN and then actually reveal who this person is? Because if he's levying, such a damaging claim against LeBron James, one would think that they were parted ways with him a long time ago, but he still works there, to the best of my knowledge. So how is he still able to work there and then make those claims about LeBron James? How is that possible? And more importantly, if you are LeBron James and you have somebody making such a egregious claim against you on multiple occasions, you don't respond to him, but nevertheless you find the energy to respond to Ramona Shelburne. Now, some people will say, well, the reason he's not responding to Chael Sonnen is because, well, it's not true. And why would you bother responding to something that's not true? Well, then basically by your own admission, you're basically saying that, so LeBron responding to Ramona Shelburne's report and responding to Brian Scalabrine saying that he destroys his teammates' legacies and Russell Westbrook, you're saying that is true. That's why he decided to respond to it. There is no answer to it. When you approach this situation with logic, you guys cannot run away from the truth, from logic. It's going to betray you. If you approach this situation with logic and critical thinking, you will know that there's a reason LeBron is not responding to it. And I think the reason has nothing to do with whether or not it's true. I don't think LeBron is not responding to Chael Sonnen because it's not true. I think LeBron is choosing to not respond to him because he doesn't want to draw attention to himself. Because if he draws attention to himself, people may start doing some digging and say, what's going on here? And if people start doing some digging, they may find something. So what he does is he acts like as if he doesn't even know what's going on. He doesn't even understand what's going on. A lot of people have been talking about when LeBron and P. Diddy, but why didn't LeBron say nothing? Why would he? Why isn't any other celebrity? Because they don't want people to draw attention to them. So I personally believe that the reason he is choosing not to respond to Chael Sonnen is because that he knows if he does that, it will really bring a microphone into that situation. And people will also say, whoa, you hear what LeBron is saying? And then some people say, what's going on here? Let me Google this quickly and figure it out. And then you start hearing, and then people say, wait, is LeBron on something? And LeBron knows this. You think his PR team and all these guys don't know? Of course they know this. So we're going to act like we didn't even hear it. We're going to act like we didn't even hear it. But we're going to respond to Ramona Shelburne and all of these other frivolous claims. And LeBron fans, there's no way for you guys to run away from this because, again, logic betrays you. Logic betrays you. A LeBron fan will say the reason LeBron is not responding to it is because it's not true. And then a person that can process issues properly will then respond and say, okay, so if it's not true, that means that when he does respond to these other things, that means that's true. And then you run out of honey and it's over. So I find it to be quite peculiar that LeBron has found the energy and the wherewithal to respond to all of these other claims, but Chael Sonnen, it looks like he's running and hiding from him. And Chael Sonnen not only says he knows what LeBron is doing, he said they got the same guy. So what I personally believe is LeBron will never respond to him, because if he does, Chael Sonnen has it out for LeBron. I think it's something he disrespected his wife or something like that. And if you disrespect a man's wife, good luck. Good luck trying to get forgiveness from that guy. That's one of the lines you don't cross. You never disrespect a man's wife and think you're going to walk away scot-free. Oh, it ain't going to happen. And if he has that type of vendetta against LeBron James, this means that Chael Sonnen could basically talk about LeBron when it comes to these allegations with basically nothing to worry about, because he knows LeBron will never say something. But I do find it interesting that LeBron is running and hiding from Chael Sonnen and running and hiding from those allegations. You had some people that came out there and then tried to deploy various distraction tactics by basically saying, because what they tried to do was the following. They said, okay, there are these rumors surrounding LeBron James. So what did the Gilbert Arenases and all of these guys try to do? They did what normal LeBron fans do. They deflect. They change the question. They start saying, instead of addressing that, they'll say, well, Michael Jordan, he was bald, so he must have been on something. That's what they do. That's what they do. Even though you can see a clear decline in Michael Jordan's game as he got older, especially his athleticism. That's what they did. The other day we put up a poll just to show you how LeBron fans deflect. The question was, should Laker fans and the media scrutinize JJ Redick as much as they did Darvin Ham? I want to read you some quick responses of what some LeBron fans said. Hear this one. Are the Lakers the only team you cover? That's a LeBron fan. Another one, I can't even find that comment. They got drowned out. They probably two-pieced them in the comment section. Oh, what do you mean, should they? Now all of a sudden they can't read proper English. They don't understand what English means. You and everyone else will, regardless because they're the Lakers, you beef with LeBron and you feel the need for a GOAT debate 52 weeks out of the year. Like I said the other weeks. Don't try to pimp me. This is a LeBron fan. I know the game. Roll the next hater videos as per usual. So basically they didn't answer the question. They'll just deflect. They'll start talking about the price of tea in China. They'll start talking about what they saw on Netflix last night. That's what they do. They'll just deflect. And I'm sure people, when they start seeing this video, he's going to get a few comments. Oh, another LeBron hate video. Oh, no support for a black man. Blah, 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 blah. Just a bunch of deflections. But the question, LeBron fans, you need to ask yourself is, for as active as LeBron is on Twitter with his Twitter fingers, why hasn't he addressed Chael Sonnen? Why hasn't he even sued him for defamation? If somebody's saying something as egregious as that, like that, you could get sued for that. Why we ain't never heard none? LeBron fans, I know what you guys think. Deep, deep, deep in your hearts that you're afraid of. We all know. I suggest you guys keep quiet when it comes to this GOAT debate, because y'all got something to be worried about. Catch you on the next show. Peace.